Hi there.
Dark.
No.
Thorin.
No.
Tinder.
Hello, technically, kind of.
No.
Kind of. Rose.
Hello.
And Sideline.
Doug.
So yes, unfortunately this session is technical difficulty session, quotation mark.
Yeah, I'm so glad I made that technical difficulty splash for when the video went wrong before, because I've just reused it for now.
That works.
This is life now.
Just recording the audio.
This session is sponsored by Aaron's Fix-It Solutions.
When fixing doesn't work.
It's okay. The only thing you're missing is IAP has eyebrows now.
Oh, but I want to see the eyebrows.
It's on the Discord stream.
Yeah, but no. Oh my god,
Oh,
I think I'm loading. I think I'm loading in.
You just popped up along the bottom, so
Apparently Roll20's gathering steam. It may work.
Hooray!
They can see a map!
By the way,
I have a map!
by the way,
there you go.
JMac, I can hear your music.
oh, oops.
Perfect.
I can't.
Forget that
No,
Discord actually does audio
I-
now.
Yeah, when you forget
Oh,
that
on the
does
Discord
audio.
stream, right.
Yeah, I tuned in for a moment. I wanted to see what he was on about with the eyebrows. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I see.
I got eyebrows on IAP. Because
I was expecting the big,
Oh, yeah.
like cartoonish, square, blocky ones.
I did try to look for ones that would work like that, but unfortunately we didn't want to. So instead he has actually on fleek eyebrows.
Okay, Zoom, can you do what I'm telling you? There we go.
The only person who
Eyebrows.
isn't here is Dark.
Ah.
Stream is up. No, don't.
mean,
Oh my god,
I'm
why?
trying to load the Roll20, but the Roll20 is disagreeing with the statement.
Per IP. Oh, that's fair.
There we go, I'm just leaving it like that now. For some reason, like, the zoom bar was just getting stuck to my mouse, so as I was moving my mouse around, it was like, out and in, and out and in.
Breathe in,
Oh,
breathe out.
No, stop that.
Get some help.
I will not stop while I am playing this character.
Okay, fair.
I refuse to stop. You cannot make me stop.
Alana's
Stop.
gonna fucking kick Ash in the fucking shin.
No, why would you kick him? Just take the opportunity to find out the information.
No, kick him in
No.
the shin.
Kick the rash.
Oh my god.
Big B's turning Irish.
If I need to be
Yeah.
Irish to make more puns, then I shall be.
Silas is Irish now.
I shall bring Silas more alcohol.
I think it would be an improvement for him.
I do
Probably.
some workers items that make you have to do accents.
I can't do accents. Don't do this to me. Can
I
I, say
mean,
American?
it doesn't
I'm
have to be
really good at that
good.
one.
What I vote on is doing I can't remember, is it? I'm trying to think what it's called now. It's not Munchkin. It's I can't think what the game what it's called. It's one of those kind of like sit around card game situations where they often have optional rules saying, like on a card, like if you can hold up this accent for the next X number of rounds, congratulations, you get a bonus.
Hooray! Yeah, that sounds like something you'd find in Munchkin or Shay Geek or something.
But it's not Munchkin. I can't remember what it is though.
Yeah, no, I know it's not Munchkin, but
It's the card game. It's the kind of card game one where you basically make up the rules as you go along by playing down rule cards from your hands, that kind of stuff.
Oh, Calvin Ball.
oh, Flux?
Flux. It was Flux. Yes, Flux has it.
I like how you just like said a bunch of random ass words and eventually one of them was correct. That's all I gained from that.
That's how Flux works.
I mean, literally, that's kind of how Flux works. You literally just play down cards, and the cards can be all kinds of weird stuff. And yeah, like literally, you can have a card just says, "Yeah, now from now on, everyone draws 5 cards at the start of their turn instead of 1." What? Oh, okay.
So the objective of this particular character I'm playing as I need a Vorpal chinchilla on a stick,
Hmm.
and then I win. I don't know why. That's just how the rule cards lined up.
Now, currently, you lack both a stick and a Vorpal chinchilla.
Well, no, I've got the chinchilla. I just don't have the Vorpal modifier.
Ah.
Shake my head.
Now I'm clearly hearing we need to play a game of Flux at some point.
But Don't worry, Rose. I'll only give you items that make you have to do the ooh voice.
Oh, what the fuck? I can wait. I can do that though. That's fine.
Or to speak quite with ooh.
How was these?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Woo, what's this?
Item of infinite power.
What's wrong, Tommy?
Aaron just shrivels up and dies instantly.
Just opens up Rusty's chest cavity, hops inside.
I have the
Blended by
entire.
Yeah.
Sideline. Can you get up some of your bombs? I'm gonna play some baseball.
Listen, I have the entirety of Country Roads Take Me Home ooified saved somewhere.
Perfect.
Got off
No,
track a bit.
no person should have this much power.
I'm Kanye West. One man should have all that power.
So what the fuck happened last time?
We beat up that
Something,
flaming skeleton.
We met at
Something
Ryad.
something Fey Garden. Something.
Oh, that's right.
Well, the DM couldn't remember what happened. Wow.
Mean-
I'm gonna be honest.
Meanwhile, the person who's fading in and out of consciousness can.
I'm gonna be honest. It felt like we had a week gap. Yeah, last time we discovered Elspeth, the now de facto head of the Mavian cult and her underground grove. That's pretty much about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said sup. You said sup.
She
It was
gave us
chill.
stuff.
Did we get the
Apparently.
Jess actually
lightning
went
orb
to give you
last
stuff.
time, or was that the time before?
You did get the lightning orb last time. During the quotation marks downtime, Aaron installed it into IAP, and now he's not a sluggy piece of shit now, and has eyebrows. Who drew on them? Stop that. But yeah, now that Spare, the primordial black goo thing, is gone, the island's actually becoming a lot more chill now. Not as many wraiths flying around. It seems like a lot of the undead have just kind of fallen apart. At this point, you're pretty much free to just kind of visit where you want and get what you want. Which for this, what are you gonna say, Tinder?
I was going to say, let's go to the big deadly city.
Yeah.
Technically, I mean, you can.
Actually, Erin would bring up one of her plans is that she does want to go to the big deadly city to not only find the headmistress, but also salvage the body of that big flying thing that we were told that they were.
Ash is going to veto this idea.
Yeah, boss has no issue with it.
You don't have to come with.
Oh, I don't have to come with? I'm going to
No.
take that option.
Okay.
Agreed. I believe I have enough. I've had enough adventure like that.
Besides, I need to take a Rel down to go see the tree lady.
Isn't Tree Lady in camp?
Tree lady can't go to camp. Tree lady has to stay
No.
where she is.
No, she
Tree
came to
Lady
camp.
did come to camp, but she's kind of been back and forth.
Oh, okay.
She can come
So-
to camp. She just gets really weak.
So, I mean, technically, it's an option if you want him to meet her there, you can. Alternatively, if you don't go to the city, the Grove is, like, nearby.
I was gonna do it at the Grove because it seems more comfortable, and I was planning on doing that originally before I knew about the fact that she can actually get here.
Yeah, I mean, Irpus has been spending a lot of time at the Grove himself, so he has no issue going there with you and then on to the city, if you want company up there.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I mean, I'm always up for having help digging my hands through a corpse.
Irpus is good at digging.
Yes, you are.
Anyone else want to accompany them?
Sounds like a no.
Taking that as a resounding no, so writing to Aaron and Nepos are going to the Grove and checking out the city. What's everyone else doing in the meantime?
Silas is just resting and doing research, basically.
Being
Oh,
lazy.
I mean, Alana will go to the city. She will not go back to that grove.
Okay, that works for me.
Sort of chill out outside until we're done, and then head on.
Probably also ask Roland to come if he wants to.
Sure. And basically what I'm saying for his last days, you have factions to basically go look for shit, do stuff and whatnot. So if you wanted to like look for supplies for any of your classes, like more of that clay, you could.
Yes, I did, as part of the
Yeah,
questions I
tell
PM'd
me
you,
where.
JMac.
Yeah, tell me where you found. Tell me where you found that clay, Alana. I need it.
Oh, she'll tell Ash where to go find it.
Hell yeah.
Wolf reporting for duty.
Oh right, I seat under, and Mystic sits above the questions.
Yes, I figured that happened.
I mean, that'll basically be what's happening now, if you want. There's more stuff to find out here. You have discovered a decent amount of it between Poppy Fields, the Silken Forest. Also, yes, around the Ancient Temple is the Earth of Rich Clay, which I'll stick a thingy next to. Yes. Of course, not all of these things are particularly of great interest to everyone, but there's more to discover. Silas is just sitting around camp and researching, yeah?
Yep. He's got things to examine psychically.
Okay, you can certainly do that then. What's Ash doing?
I need to go find magic clay.
Okay.
And also, you know, figure out which one of our classmates we can conscript into helping me dig up and move it, because Ash has noodle arms.
Also, Rose technically could beat up Roland.
I don't want to
Or
beat
you
him
could,
up.
you could try.
We would just be sitting there
Should
struggling to
probably
hit each
win.
other.
Just gonna say, Alana would probably win.
I have like 24 AC. So yes,
It's the unfortunate part.
Nat
Okay.
20s are a thing.
that's true. Looks at Wolf.
So Ash is looking for someone to go pick up clay with her.
Or him. We had this
Yeah, fair.
discussion.
Like, I'm just gonna use whatever at random intervals.
That's pretty much what I do.
Or just perpetually use the word they.
I know, but I'm bad at remembering that.
That would
Oh,
be
terrible.
preferable.
That'd be ideal.
Who would go and pick up clay with you? You could probably convince Robert, actually. He can use the clay for something.
Wait,
Yeah, really.
Robert's going, I'm coming.
Okay, you have 2 tag-alongs.
Hell
More
yeah.
time.
I believe that's everyone. Wolf, Ash, Silas, Aaron, Epos, Alana's beating someone up.
Not even anyone in particular. She just goes up to the closest person and decks them.
Perfect.
I mean, maybe.
Also, yeah. forgot to miss-
Alana misunderstood dating tips. She doesn't realize she needs to hit on people and not just hit them.
I could see her doing that actually.
See, the key thing about dating is being forward and very precise about what you want, and then you just deck someone.
Very precise. Rose, if you wanted to basically use one of the actions to... Because I was going to message you about the technique. If you want to use all those to basically count towards having it completed, you can.
Okay.
What I'll probably end up going with is spending stamina so that while you're charging, you can move a little bit while you're charging so you can get around shit.
That makes sense. Okay. That's kind of what I figured that happen.
Just need to come up with a cool name.
What was that thing called we picked up? It was like air dash something.
Yeah.
You come up with fun moves, I take it.
I wanted to make charge work through allies using that scroll. If you use a stamina point.
Yeah, what I'm envisioning is basically you wiggle around obstacles so it doesn't necessarily need to be as straight of a line.
Yeah. You're actually able to pivot yourself properly.
You become a Tetris block. Okay. But for the most part, the majority of you are heading towards the ancient temple / grove, so we'll start with that.
Majority being
It's-
like 2 people.
I mean, if Wolf and Ash are picking up the clay, it's nearby.
Oh, true.
It's the same generally, it's fine. But you can pretty easily get to the underground grove. Elspeth, now that there's no threat of rain and less threat from undead shit, she's just kind of left the hole open with a large viney tendril leading to the floor of the grove.
Epos just
That's a-
jumps, grabs the tendril and slides down it.
Roll acrobatics for cool stunt.
This can only go
Nat
badly.
Nat one.
Wow. I'm untrained in that. That's just a natural +2, so 90.
You see, this is what
plus
this is why I never normally chant, because it normally goes the opposite way I chant.
2.
Post year of modern day Tony Hawk? Ancient Tony Hawk? Who knows? Does Tony Hawk exist here? Probably.
I'm wondering how skateboarding comes into sliding down a tendril.
I was thinking like Tarzan. Like that one scene where he just kind of like I don't
Then
know
where
how
did
that
Tony
happens, but
Hawk come into it?
Yeah,
I
I
don't know,
know.
because it's like skateboarding. You're, like, going,
That would be like if he grabbed a fucking 2x4 and just started grinding down the vine all the way down.
I'm just
Later, I
saying,
will find that scene from Tarzan.
I'm just saying this would also be far more appropriate if I was playing my other character, who is basically the medieval skateboarder, just on a hoverboard instead.
That's true. Tarzan does fucking slide on a tree, I swear.
He does.
He
I know, I know
does, yes.
Fair. Like Tarzan, but also Tony Hawk.
But with you saying vine, I was imagining more like a straight down, like a rope vine, not a like tree
Oh.
branch.
I was thinking more like, circular, corkscrewy thingamabobby.
Right, that makes slightly more sense now.
Like, you have scales, it's fine. Anyway, you can get to the bottom where there's a small, I don't know, crowd of Frey clapping at your cool stunts.
He just starts bowing, taking all the applause, waiting for Evan to do the same.
I'm not going to ego fluff you anymore. You have enough.
No,
I'm
I wasn't
sorry,
thinking ego
I-
fluffing. I was
I-
imagining Evan trying to slide down the vine on Rusty.
No.
Okay, ego fluffing. I just came back and heard something about sideline fluffing.
No. Just no.
Come on, dog sled. You can do it, Rusty.
No.
I mean, we do have a chariot.
I suppose you could take that to go pick up the clay. But no, you can make it down to the bottom without having to do, something dumb.
Boo.
The problem with me trying to take that to get the clay is I don't have the mount spell, and I don't know anyone who does.
That's fair. How hard? I don't know how hard it is to build chariot.
I mean, you've got 2 barbarians.
Yeah, but Ash wouldn't ask you to just pull the chariot.
You brought us along to carry clay.
In fairness, it does say it can be pulled by 2 medium creatures.
You know, you bring up an excellent point, Wolf.
Yeah. Aaron, move. You can find Elspeth
Te-
very
te-
easily.
Tell you what, I'll cook snacks and lunch for you while you guys dig. How's that sound?
Okay.
As the others bargain near the top of a hole. You actually find her pretty much digging a hole in the earth,
Having
kind
fun.
of with her bare hands.
What you doing?
Oh, hello, you two.
Hi.
This is actually somewhat relevant to you.
Okay. I don't know. It's a fine hole. I've always wanted a hole.
Please don't bury us.
No, I'm not going to bury you.
He's sort of grinning
Think I
at
need
that.
to.
He's clearly joking.
No, one of our practices was burying bottles of wine so we could dig them up later. Of course, it's been, well, a long time, so they've kind of been forgotten about, but they should still be good. As she seems to have found the neck of one and is excavating it.
Ipos heads over
Oh.
and starts digging as well. He's not sure where he's digging, but he's sort of digging around her hole.
Also, here's a, relatively okay looking construct that I helped put together and make sure that he can actually walk around. Aaron points over his shoulder at Rel.
Rel gives a small wave. Hello. You are not who I was led to believe you were.
No, this is what I said. High priestess turned into a tree.
Elspeth looks to you. Wasn't actually the High Priestess. You just kind of went, oh, you're the High Priestess now because everyone else is dead.
I thought you said you were the high priestess.
No, I was a Senior Priestess.
Isn't that the same? I don't do religion.
Not really.
Okay. Sorry for the miscommunication.
It matters not. She was someone from before. She finishes up pulling out 3 bottles of wine. And, well, I guess hands them to Epos.
He takes them.
I would recommend... Obviously, these have been steeped in energy for hundreds of years. I'm not entirely sure what they'll do, but they should be good.
He's already sort of
Probably
trying
have-
to prise a cork out with his teeth.
Aaron's quickly reaching for it and to take it away from him.
He's literally sort of got the cork between his teeth as you're trying to pull it out of his
Yes,
mouth.
stop!
What?
I need to. God. Look, study. I need to look and
What?
study. Like, you can't just open shit.
What's to study? They're wine. They're good.
It's more than wine. It's been seeped in energy for hundreds of years. You just said that. Are you not listening?
No.
Yeah, you might want to have a look at them first. But
Yeah.
that's fair. She hands Aaron the other 2 bottles.
Thank you.
So,
You're welcome.
not
It's the
trusted
best
to
I
even
could do
drink
on-
anymore.
It's the best I could do on such short notice, but well, I hope they aren't vinegar at least.
Hopefully they're not. I mean, though vinegar is also useful.
It's not much of a gift, though.
I don't know. Vinegar steeped in energy could be a gift.
I mean, you probably have to drink it to get any benefit from it. I don't think you want to chug an entire bottle of vinegar.
That is also very true.
Unless you're into that, I won't judge.
I'm not into that.
Okay, understood. Also, sorry for noise, I have to let my cat out. Oh hey, it didn't deafen everyone in the call this time. Good.
I like it when I'm not deafened.
I can hear.
I can
Hooray.
see. Mark,
Okay.
stop flexing with your con.
Come at me, Vinegar.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
At the point, you know Wolf could win any kind of challenge like that, probably.
It's true.
Especially if he
Well-
decided to raise his contemporary to 21.
Just Wolf just has a vinegar bottle in hand, just going, "This is an awful waste of vinegar." Uncorks it. Then again, I was challenged.
Look, I have one good stat. I'm gonna flex it.
Yeah,
It's fair.
it's fair.
Elspeth also goes, "Oh, I do have another gift for you, but it's I suppose less of a gift and more of a please take this with you."
Yeah, sure, I can do that. What?
She leads you a little bit back further into the grove where there's a pot with a sapling in it.
That's a tree.
Ipos is just
Yeah.
following along.
I was hoping it would be the gourd leshy.
You have to capture that yourself.
What am I doing with the tree?
Well, as a dryad, I'm capable of talking to and traveling through any tree that is of similar breed to the tree that I'm bound to. If you plant this back home, I could potentially visit.
Oh, we want that.
Yeah, okay. Ippos, that's all you.
Yep, he's already bounding up towards it.
It's
It-
a little bit more his disposition. Yeah.
Is it actually small enough for Ipos to like lift and carry right now?
Yeah, it's just like it's a wee thing in the pot.
Yeah, but Ipos is small size.
That's true. It's kind of heavy. Give or take 5-10 pounds.
He
I mean,
he
it's-
can technically carry that, yes. I'll be like solidly into my medium load, but I can carry it. He sort of grabs it with both hands, lifts it up, and he's just sort of waddling with it.
Yeah, it might unfortunately take the while for the tree to grow to such a size that I could travel through and don't need to actually figure out which one of them I do. But it should be fine.
Oh. Okay. We have a few druids or naturey people back home. I'm sure we can maybe hurry that along. I don't know how that works, but I assume they can do that.
Probably.
Probably. Ah, well, thank you. There's a few things I need to attend to. I don't know if you want to just be left here with Rel and just yammer for a bit while I go do my other thing, then come back and pick him up, or what's going on.
Sure, I've run a daycare for hundreds of years. What's one more?
Fair enough. He's quite agreeable.
Ro looks slightly offended.
Ipos will actually put the sapling down, sort of pet the pot a little bit, and say, Ipos, pick this up on way back. Don't want to damage it carrying through. Those sort of vaguely gestures to the big city. Don't know what's up there. Might be bad for it.
Fair enough. It's not going anywhere while it's down here. I'll see you two later while I catch up with Rel?
Rel, it's sort of a pseudo name we given him. It's short for
Okay.
relic. He didn't have a
Ah.
name.
He was called Eap, but they know like that name, so they rename him.
Yeah, we avoided naming the constructs to avoid emotional bonds.
Eap isn't a name, Ippos.
It's what he called it.
It sufficed.
Yeah, okay. I'ma get going. Okay. Ippos, you can come with, but we're gonna be stealthy and sneaky, so yeah.
Ipos good at stealthy sneaky. He starts doing like the Scooby-Doo sneak.
The only point of reference I have is when you almost got me killed by spiders.
Epos got you out of that. It's fine.
Whatever. All right, let's go.
Sure.
Have fun.
Oh boy.
Ro gives a wave. Do return if you find anything interesting.
Will do. I was going to turn anyway, but yep.
Epos comes back down into
Even
the
forever.
hole. Epos comes back down into the hole, holds up a shiny rock to Val and says, "It's interesting."
Certainly.
Leaves it there, starts wandering off again.
I should curate what's actually interesting and not. Don't know. Maybe just for this expedition. Maybe.
Give Epos a checklist. Flashing over to Wolf and Ash. Yeah, you find where Alana says she found the earth-rich clay before. It appears to be a dried basin. Well, mostly dried, as you can see a small little bubbling trickle of water in the ground, and what appears to be a mound of mud.
Cool. Ash is basically just going to like try and use detect magic to figure out if they can find some deposit rich with abjuration or conjuration.
Sure, give me a knowledge arcana.
Cool. I'm gonna take 10.
Knowledge Arcana. Excellent.
Okay, you have your +2 if abjuration is applicable, which it is for a 20. Sure. Ash, you managed to pick out, yeah, a lot of the mud that is good. Oof, Wolf, holy shit. And again, you're not trained. Understandable. You managed to find out most of the good mud still appears to be underground. You probably have to break the crust to actually get to it, but there seems to be a decent amount around here. You're thinking maybe like 100 gold pieces worth of reagents for this,
Hell yeah.
as you can set your peons to working, I suppose.
Alright. Does Wolf have masterwork cooking equipment I can use for this?
No, he just has normal cooking equipment.
Okay.
I can't afford masterwork. Well, what do you think I am?
Well, at least you're not
Silas?
taking a penalty.
Well, you're going to have to deal with 16 then.
Oh, right, you said you were gonna. Okay, I get it now. I was thinking, is Ash cooking the mud?
Nah. I did
See.
say I was going to make lunch for them.
That's fair. And Wolf, can you give me, well, whatever check you think might most be relevant for trying to dig up a ton of shit? It can just be a straight strength check if you wish.
Digging up a ton of shit. Good question.
Did you bring a shovel?
I imagine
Sure.
that
Ash would have requisitioned probably a couple of shovels and a pickaxe.
yeah, I imagine the
Yeah,
camp
yeah.
could have shovels if you needed to borrow them.
And I also imagine Wolf Survival Game might contain something appropriate for this.
Yeah, survival works. I feel like digging a trench feels applicable for survival.
Also, I have a friend with me.
It's true. He helps. As for no discernible reason, he becomes a slight bit hairier as he starts digging.
I think that's better than my strength check, given that's higher than I can actually roll on strength.
I mean, skills tend to be better than your ability checks. Yeah, between you and Robert, you managed to get through it in like an hour or two. Let's see. There's actually a little bit more mud than you thought, Ash, as you managed to gather up 120 gold pieces worth of earth-rich clay.
Hell yeah.
Can't remember if I already sent Rose this. Let me see. Got it somewhere.
I think you
2
did.
months. Yeah, it's just for how much boosting a spell costs while using the clay. Oh, yeah, 5 gold pieces of this can be used to let's copy and paste it.
Cool.
So assuming you just used it for spells, you got 20 uses there. Okay, I haven't lost track of those. While you're doing this, can you roll me a d12?
Sure.
Both of you.
That's appropriate.
And you don't know if it's good or bad or not.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, it's either 2 terribles or 2 goods. There is no other outcome here.
Doesn't rolling doubles get you an extra roll?
No, we're not playing Monopoly.
Oh.
Can we play 6-person Monopoly, 7-person Monopoly?
Clearly, the answer is to have Robert roll.
And you can form teams for it, I suppose.
No, I just like the idea of 7-party Monopoly. It will go badly.
Be hilarious if J-Mac rolled a d12. It's like, oh, that's also a 1.
Let's see. It's not gonna matter about what I say, it's also 1.
I'm just saying, Torin, that would give me flashbacks to actually that is close enough. This is still giving me flashbacks to
Oh, the blizzard and shards of the Erie.
no, nothing more needs to be said there between us. Just you know what I'm talking about.
But while you two are digging, you actually hear something. It sounds as if there's someone screaming in the distance.
Oh.
What kind of scream?
Is this sounds like a man? It sounds like a horrible, terrified scream. Almost doesn't sound human.
Right,
Wolf,
terrified
wolf,
scream, not scream of joy.
Wolf grabs Robert and runs in that direction.
Pick him up like a surfboard.
I mean, even he's coming voluntarily. Well, I'm dragging him. His pick.
He'll come
Well-
voluntarily.
Ash is going to trail behind them, but considering Ash doesn't have improved movement speed from being a barbarian, they're gonna trail behind a little bit.
Actually, I don't right now because it's being countered by my armor.
Ah, excellent.
I mean,
Well,
I do. it's just-
Then
I'm
let's
reducing
then
my
let's just
form.
hope it's close by, because you'll be able to actually run for several hours longer than I can.
Compared to-
Yeah.
Compared to Ash, you can't run.
Actually, notice Robert do something as he gets a slight bit taller and moves a bit faster.
He was already way taller than me. No fair.
Just
Sure,
ride
he
on
said
his
he is-
shoulders.
That's
So
technically
you're just
an
saying
option.
he gets bigger.
I don't like how you're implying. Pulls out gun.
That's
But
good.
thankfully, it's not actually too far away. But it's probably not what you thought you were going to discover. As you come across a small clearing in a small copse of woods, Robert is being a slight bit faster than you, is probably there by a couple of seconds faster. He just kind of stops and stares at what appears to be a large statue of a man on his knees.
Detect magic.
You do not detect any magic.
I would like to look. I would like to look for tracks or signs of struggles.
Okay, give me a survival.
I will apply my Robert bonus. No, not swim. Survival.
Swim for the statue. You do see some tracks, but it doesn't look like there's been any struggle. It looks like perhaps a large group of maybe 6-7 people have walked past here.
Any non-human tracks.
Oh, good question. Let me check.
Oh,
No,
that's
they're all
not-
humanoid.
Yeah, but I'll make that easier. If you're humanoid instead of just human.
Yeah. You do notice that one's particularly deeper than all the others, but other than that, nothing particularly weird about it. Though, as you get up closer to the statue, you think you see what's been making the noise. As you see, drilled through its arms, legs, and in its chest are a bunch of holes.
But that doesn't make sense. Statues can't scream.
Which,
It's wind. It's probably wind passing through the holes. You know, kind of like a flute or a whistle.
Ash hits the nail on the head as a stray breeze blows past and you hear a pained scream once again.
So I don't like this place. I think we should leave.
I would like to observe the artistic merits of the statue.
Give me a craft art.
Sure, I'll give you my main artistic check.
Which I can start saying some things about anyway. It does appear to be the primarily the race that you discovered inhabited the island. Can't remember what the fuck we were called right here, but you can tell from its arms and the three joints on its hand that yeah, it's not a humanoid. It's not a human statue. It's whatever they were. Other than that, it's very well crafted, and unlike everything else that you've seen on the island, it isn't like worn. It isn't like crumbling to pieces either. Do you touch it at all?
No. Wolf wants to take a
Okay.
sketch check.
Otherwise, it looks like, yeah, you'd guess this was made by a master craftsman.
Wolf always got told off for touching pieces of artwork. Priests were not happy with it.
That's fair.
There was a lot of broken vases. A lot of broken vases. And several
Actually-
broken busts.
As you study it, you also see there's a plaque that lies across like the bottom of it, one of its legs.
Can I read it?
It's written in a language you do not understand.
Unsurprising.
Yeah, surprise. You can, however, if you wish, take a drawing and copy them what's there.
He'll still be copying the words even if he can't read them.
Yeah, we can bring it to IIP later.
But, I mean, I'm sure it's worth some points in class to take pictures of them.
We need to get Wolf a camera at some point.
I mean, I would settle right now just master art kit would be nice.
That's fair.
All like these really cheap pencils are breaking so easily.
Snap.
Curse my inhuman strength score.
Wolf doesn't have
That's
an
fine.
inhuman strength score. He actually only has above average. He only has 14.
Still real good.
Yeah, I mean, he's buff, but he's not like Nordic barbarian.
Yeah, he's not like accidentally grabbing a spoon and deforming it.
I like to refer to him more like lumberjack strength. I think lumberjack's
So-
somewhere between 14 and 16.
A lot of stamina.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay.
Problem is, when I rage, I then become the Nordic barbarians.
That's all you seem to discover, unless you want to investigate further, Ash. Well, Wolf is drawing.
No. This is a kind of, this is the kind of object where curses take place. Let's not touch this.
Fair enough. Let's see. Big B went burb. And how cursed could it be?
I don't know. How dumb is Robert? Does he touch it?
Give me a second.
I was joking.
He's not the brightest bulb of a bunch. And he's not particularly the stupidest bulb of a bunch. He does actually go up to it and start poking around, which... I mean, he doesn't turn to stone, thankfully, but he does discover that the arms move.
That's disconcerting.
It appears that the statue has points of articulation. As he discovers he can move the arms, twist the neck, rotate the torso a little bit. As he does so, as the wind blows through, the tone of the scream changes from something a little bit less terrified to something a bit just kind of neutral. He stands back and goes, "I have no idea what this is about."
Does the scream change in the next breeze of wind?
Yeah. It goes from a "Ah!" to kind of "Ah."
Prismelody is going to go up to it, being as if there is a curse, Robert probably already unleashed it, and see if she can reconfigure it to sound more like,
Pleasant.
well, yes, pleasant, but more of like a There's a specific word I'm looking for, and it's just not coming up in my brain. But basically, from like a screen to a more sarin, like
This?
hum,
Serene, you mean?
serene, whatever. You know what
I
I'm
get what you
saying.
mean. Sure, give me a performance.
I'm just gonna use perform strings because she's basically just tuning an instrument.
Yeah, I mean, the knowledge of how stuff sounds works here. Prismelody twists an arm, rotates the neck to a less painful looking position. She manages to get it to, yeah, it sounds less grating now. It's kind of nice, actually. It doesn't appear that she can get it to anything that would be like, oh, I'd want to listen to this.
Doesn't sound particularly calm. Doesn't sound painful either.
Just sounds like a scream.
Hmm.
Sans emotion.
Ash just kind of shrugs. Well, if we're cursed, we're cursed. Anybody else got anything they want to try?
So it's just not hollow, is it?
You presumably bump on it. No, it's not hollow.
Is it made from a stone that's like we've seen already? Maybe Wolf probably doesn't know, but that's what he's.
It does kind of look like it's just made from the stone that you've seen that's in the mines. Insert generic stone here. Gneiss. Is that a rock? Yes. Yeah, just appears to be the common rock about the place.
I got no clue. At least Wolf has no clue.
Perhaps it's a puzzle for later.
Possibly for someone who actually has skill points.
Honestly,
Honestly, I don't know if the Blood Rager and the Summoner are the best two characters to be tackling something like this.
What was that?
I was just asking if you're back. Which presumably yes, seeing as you're talking.
Yes.
Or is it your ghost? Oh. But you had items you wanted to look at.
Yes, I have already kind of looked at the hunting bow, but not succeeded on it, so...
Oh yeah, you didn't succeed. You succeeded in the creepy ass place.
Yeah. So let's try the bow again. is
Actually, I believe I was it.
appraise?
I need
Yes.
to make your secret appraise check.
I think, yeah, +4 is my modifier. And I'm also going to expend some self-assurance on it, so +5.
Hey, I'll tell you now you succeed, because I think if you succeed, you do something.
Yes, I will get a piece of information, and every 10 that I beat 20 by. Like every 10 I go over 20, I get an extra point of information.
Okay.
But there's no way I'm doing that, so.
No. I mean more if you succeed in self-assurance, don't you get a point of something back?
Oh yeah, I get me a point of phrenic amplification back, but I haven't spent any, so I haven't spent any today.
But Silas indeed has a vision. Raven Simone style. He sees what appears to be a father and his daughter. The daughter is currently stringing up this bow itself, it seems, as the father guides her how to shoot at a target. She's not particularly good at it, but they seem to be having fun. He pulls out a bow of his own and shows her all of the carvings that he's done over the years, all the beasts he's hunted and taken down, all of his achievements. And she listens to his stories, looking at her own bow. The vision ends.
Oh, just sort of interesting little farm life here. And sadly, I can't do my psychic unlocks more than once a day, which is.
He does good feats for those.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to, like, I don't know, look in a fire and judge what someone's alignment is. You trained sense motive?
Yeah, I am trained in almost all the occult skills.
If Silas wasn't trained in
Except
sense
for,
motive, something would be very wrong. He's a noble.
Yeah, except for healing survival, I believe.
Fair enough. Heeds to
That's
those.
my point to praise.
But I prefer the idea that Silas actually does it by animal entrails.
No. Silas has a specific way of doing it. He flips
He
coins.
Oh. I think
Also,
he gets some deeper.
I also like the idea of dream reading, just because the idea that means your character has to go for have a quick nap to do it.
That's also potentially part of what he does.
Yeah, it's not as if you're stuck to any one thing.
Yeah, he sits and sips tea while he daydreams.
Living the life. Anything else he wants to check out?
I don't think there's actually anything
I think you're kind
can
of
check
hobbled
out.
by the fact you get one thing a day.
Yeah, which is a bit annoying. I mean, unless you want to say that I can do this sort of like psychic object reading more than once.
And you might get a thing for it later, but I'm not gonna say yes for now.
Okay.
Sounds like something
Need
your
to work
classes
on
might
that.
be to teach you.
In that case, after that, he's going to attempt to. Is IIP here, or I guess Rel
No, he
now?
left.
Right. There's no one here from the old kingdom, right?
No.
So I'm just going to think about going and asking them about spells that the old kingdom might have had that I can study.
If you did say I sent you, Elspeth would have actually talked to you. I don't know if you want to share the spells that she told you about.
Oh yeah, I guess I can tell people about that. So not only does she know like all druid spells up to 3rd level, she's got 2 unique spells that she can do. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, there's 3. My bad. Call to the Earth, which makes a 30-foot radius burst, and as long as you're like standing on Earth in that area, any spells that you cast of the acid or Earth subtype are increased by 1 caster level. Lasts a round per level. It is a 2nd level spell though. Or if you want, you can summon a 10-foot tall spire that spews water, which fills up a very large area. It expands a 5-foot radius every round. And if you're in a space smaller than the radius, the water instead rises. So actually, going by that, J-Mac, does that mean that it fills up 5-foot cubes every...
It doesn't fill up 5-foot cube. Like, it won't fill up a 5-foot cube every
until
minute.
the radius is too small?
Yeah, but like, say for instance, you're in like a 20-foot room and like your radius was bigger. For each minute that the spire exists in that space, the water will rise by a foot. So if you had a cast level 5, it would be 5-foot high water.
Okay.
So I mean, you could potentially drown someone with it if you're desperate.
you'd need to be 6th level and in a 5-foot radius room,
Yes.
which
And you
Basically,
can also just cast a lot.
basically a closet or one of our bedrooms.
Or you cast a lot and then just like, live and run.
I guess that's true if you want to spend a bunch of 2nd level spells. And the water doesn't disappear; it's conjured up there. So the spire doesn't as well from the look of it, right?
Nope. Spire stays.
So yeah, if you just want to make a fountain, an impromptu fountain, congratulations. It only
I will
runs for a
say-
few minutes, but it will run.
Yeah, these are all technically spells Epos will have access to when he reaches 2nd level spells and Druid. I'll also send you a copy of them. Tinder.
Mhm. And then the last one is a more combat-focused one. Earth's Embrace. It's a transmutation spell. Standard action, close range, one creature or object. Hands of Mud reach up and pull and wrestle the target. On a failed reflex save, the target becomes entangled and can't move from the tile they're wrestled in. Each round, they can make a reflex save to escape. So, like a little single target entangle that's...
If you wanted, you could start working on to port that over to Psychic version. It might not necessarily be their Earth's type, but you could probably do something with hands.
I would, but I feel like my dirty trick is better.
The only thing about
Yeah.
this is kind of better and is making that they can't move from the tile.
Yeah, that's the thing. Regular entangle just halves their speed. But I think I'll just stick with my dirty trick.
That's fair.
Yeah. Admittedly, this does force a save and not force me to hit. No, I will think
The
on
only issue
that.
is you're, working with Psychic Command slots.
But yeah, if Rel was here, I would talk to him about more like generic spells that everyone would like, that arcane casters would have. Since divine druidic isn't really
Doesn't fit,
something
no.
in Silas's wheelhouse.
You'll be coming back.
But at the very
Well,
least, note these down.
You need to try harder. Become a druid.
Yeah,
That no,
Psychic Druid.
Silas
Give
is sort of
up on all worldly
anti-druid.
possessions.
Yeah, no, Silas is he is a man of the city.
Your boss can teach you to druid.
No, he doesn't want to.
Oh, I love the idea of imposter teacher now.
No.
I mean, perhaps when the campaign's over, that's what he'll continue on to do.
Professor Ippos.
Yeah,
Thanks.
the druid dancer teacher.
Well, Rose and Bigby, if Rose is also here, can you both form me a d6?
Can do.
While you're sitting in camp, stuff is technically going on. Well, it's just gonna be fucking another case we use both rolling sync. Is it being slow?
Very. There it is.
Fucking hell.
Huh? Do you need me to roll again, or
No, it's fine.
okay?
This
so-
is kind of means that you'll both happen across at the same time, I suppose. Because we'll be going on to Atlanta next. But both of you find that the adventurers and other, general people who are planning to stay on the island when they thought it was going to wander away, now that they've discovered, oh, well, we don't have to go, live here technically, they appear to have set up a gambling ring.
Oh. Interesting.
It
Entertainment
appear-
for the masses.
They are betting money on what appears to be a classic gambling game in the country that Epos came from, actually, Scabby Queen. Which, yes, is also a real world game, because I can't be bothered thinking of card games. For those of you who have never heard of Scabby Queen, basically, all the players get the entire deck handed out to them, you take away pairs, and there's one queen left in the deck, and whoever has that at the end of the game loses.
Oh, it's spoon. Or no, not spoons. I feel like I've played games similar to this. But yeah, okay, so it's less about guessing and more luck.
It's tactical.
Well, yeah, luck and some tactics.
Because the other thing you do is you pick cards from other people's hands to
Oh,
try and get
right.
pairs. So, for instance, say 3 people are playing, one person would pick something from another person's hand, hope they get a pair. If not, then game continues round and round until eventually someone's left with the queen. If you wish, you could enter the game.
Yeah, sure.
No, I do not.
You don't want to make money,
No, Silas has better things to do with his time at the moment.
does he?
Honest-
Really?
I'm
A
honest,
noble
I mean,
has
he
better things to
does.
do than gambling? Really? It's kind of like the noble's
Silas
bread
is
and
not
butter.
a gambler.
Sure,
Silas is a
but
winner.
Silas is boring.
that Alana enters, then. I imagine Road will also be with you.
Probably, yeah, because they're just kind of waiting around until their company comes back so they can go leave that city thing.
In which case, how much do you want? First of all, how much do you want to bet? People aren't throwing that much money, and it's like maybe silvers, a few gold if people are feeling very confident.
I don't know, like 2 gold.
Okay. What's basically gonna happen now is 3 rounds, where each round you're either gonna, cheat for the use of a skill or such, or you can just play. In which case, you'll just be giving me a straight D20 roll for luck. How much of a goody is Alana?
I mean, she's neutral good. She'll probably just play normally.
In which case, roll me 3 D20s. I don't know, how high on the evil scale does cheating at, casual gambling count for purposes of Scarf?
I feel like
that she's not allowed to do things that would just kind of be considered evil, honestly.
Man, fucking Narcas Scarf.
Taking 10 years to roll the dice. The worst case scenario, I can just roll them on Discord instead. There we go.
A lot of ones.
That is true. There's a lot of ones.
As you play against 3 other people. Come on, roll 20. Do it.
Understandable.
Do it.
Do the thing.
Okay, for the first round, you appear to be playing against people probably who have been playing this all day and kind of know what they're looking for in another person. But you're actually not the first person to lose. The person seems to be a cook girl loses first as you enter into the second round. 3 more D20s.